exciting. It's gonna be exciting
Why?
because I'm here, you're here with me, and I'm here with you. So it's gonna be exciting.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I told you, this is the year I start showing appreciation to my friends and the ones I love.
I haven't felt it all the way yet.
Well, I built a garden just for you. I plan to make some of those veggies and send it.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
You like growing stuff, so I did that for you, and because I care about you, so I wanted to send you some veggies. Because I know you don't eat enough vegetables.
I do. I just had broccoli. I'm more of the physical.
Oh, physical touch,
Yeah.
back massage. You want that?
Just the embrace.
Oh, from me, or can I hire somebody to do it? Because I can. Nah, that's not my thing. I'm the complete opposite. Physical
Well,
touch
then
makes
you're not
me
meeting your
dislike
goal.
people. So
Then you're not meeting your goal.
nah, I gotta do it my way. But man, my allergies killing me after building that garden for you. Woo, boy, I couldn't breathe for a day. But
Bro, you gotta get the Zyrtec.
I do everything. I've been taking shots of Zicam,
What is that?
nose spray for extreme congestion, taking Claritin, all that stuff.
Claritin don't work. That's speaking from experience. Claritin don't work.
Whatever. But that shit had me on my ass on Monday. I was so tired because I was outside like all weekend putting the wood together, throwing all that dirt in there. Monday, I was laying on that couch. I looked like, remember that commercial growing up where it was trying to keep you away from drugs, and it was shortly after she smoked. She was like flat on the couch.
We didn't watch the same TV.
It's literally anyway. People
I never seen that.
people that actually lived above a rock would know what I'm talking about. But I was on the couch like that all day. I was hurting, so I had to take like hella meds and an energy drink in order to work.
An energy drink.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
them
understand.
things.
I don't understand.
I like them things. They taste good.
You should be drinking Monster.
Ew. Nah, I drink Alani
I
or
don't.
Reigns.
I don't know what none of that is.
Oh,
I mean, I don't drink energy drinks as it is. So
Yeah.
the only one I'm familiar with is Monster and like Red
yeah, it's
Bull and
big
stuff.
name.
Never heard of no Alani, nothing.
Oh, Alani's cool. Reigns cool. I don't drink it because I really want caffeine. It be tasting good. Like if they made a non-caffeinated version, I'd drink the hell out of it. But
Sound like
That's
something you
needed.
get at a corner store.
well, yeah, that's where I get it from.
You got corner stores down there?
A gas station.
That's not a corner store.
Whatever. All right, let's get it going. I like the musical selections each week, so I got another one for you.
Oh, from our guy?
Who's the all-time leader of all seasons? The answer's Braun.
It's not our guy, though.
I know this is a different one though.
At first, I thought it was.
I'm a witness, advocate. The Bible ain't tell us King James was from Akron. All-time leader in points ain't nothing average. Mavs
This shit fire.
Because they terrible
Who is this
management.
blazing?
Or was it gambling? Yoko was 40 out here playing like a scrub. Brian 40 still dropping triple dubs.
Braun fans are crazy because why are they all over him like that?
Bro, I can't believe this is a trend. This is how you know he the best basketball player ever.
You know how much of a meat rider you got to be to make a song like that?
He went from LeBron James to people making AI videos of songs for him.
Because we got Braun sexuals out here.
Hey,
That's what it is.
this shit fire. I'm a fan of it. But welcome to another episode with your two favorite people in the world. I hope. That's all I can say.
I can speak for myself. I can't speak for you.
Am I one of your two favorite people?
Absolutely.
All right. You're one of my two favorite people. So
Bet.
that's all that matters, honestly. As long as we got each other, who cares about the rest of the world, right?
That's all that matters.
There you go. There you go. What'd you do over the weekend? I told you I made a garden. You do anything productive, fun, newsworthy?
I was indoor gardening.
Oh, okay. Did you add anything to your family?
Nah, but Friday I might have a new edition. Well, it's a wait and see. Gotta see if
Boy
the
or
store
girl?
got it. I don't know yet. It's probably gonna be a non-binary.
Okay.
I
like
got a
that.
few. I got a few of those.
That's progressive.
Well, I mean that's what I am. But what I do? What did I do? You know what? Every Monday I go into work and I have a one-on-one with my boss. And she be asking me what I did, and I have no idea what I did the day before and the Saturday before on Monday. So today is Wednesday, and I definitely don't know what I did this weekend. So I guess I ain't do nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay. You be doing self-watering, or you be going around and watering each one? You be
Oh
talking
no! I talk to him. I do talk to him. I was talking to him before I got on this call. I be
Anything
talking to
special,
him.
or you just be like telling about your day, or what? Pep talks, like what? Tell me
more
about the
like-
conversation.
Pep talk. It's more pep talks, and you
Okay.
know, like sometimes the growth ain't what you want.
Yeah.
You know, you expect every new leaf to be bigger than the last, and sometimes they might put out a leaf that's a little bit smaller, or it look like
Yeah.
a baby leaf, and you're like,
Like a
what's going
dwarf
on?
leaf.
So you gotta, like a dwarf leaf. So you gotta talk to them, figure out what's going on. Sometimes they having bad days, bad weeks, whatever. Just trying to figure that out. Give them encouragement. You know,
Yeah.
you can strive to be better.
Yeah, always.
So that's what I do. But no, I water it myself. I don't do the self water.
Oh, have you ever give them this little pep talk of, it's not always about the journey. Sorry, it's not always about the destination. It's about the journey. So just enjoy this growth that you're going through periodically. Like, I know you might not be this big sequoia tree, but you're big and important for myself. You feel me?
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
I've never given that message. I don't think I ever will. Because for me, it's about the growth.
Damn.
So, yeah, my connection is how well you're growing. If you're not growing well, I'm gonna have to get rid of you.
Ooh.
That's how I see
Ooh, you just taking up space if you're not really growing.
Absolutely, because I mean we limited on space as it is,
Yeah.
and we got a lot. So if we got people in here that's just taking up space and not growing, we might have to
Yeah.
cut them out.
That's crazy. That's a cutthroat life over there.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
I hate to be a plant in that house. That's a lot of pressure.
Just grow. it's not that hard. Just grow.
Don't be stagnant. All right.
It's not that hard. This is the growing season right now, spring and summer, so they gotta perform.
Yeah.
Cuts will be coming come fall. So yeah.
Their leaves gonna be falling off and they're gonna be falling out the house.
If I see any shedding of any type, dropping leaves in
Yeah.
abundance, I can't have that.
You can't treat diseases. You just
I
say
can,
whatever.
but do I want to?
Oh, that's the big.
You gotta be really special. Somebody that's performed a lot in the past and somebody that I have a close connection with. for
Then
me
you can
to
try
go
to-
through all that work.
Yeah. Okay. Not no newbie. Got to have tenure in the game.
I mean, it could be a newbie. It just depends.
Oh, it depends on their growth patterns.
Yeah, it depends on the growth patterns.
Oh, okay.
Do I like it? Looking at it aesthetically, because I ain't bring every one of them in.
Yeah.
So
No, it's definitely the season for growing. Man, I was in Lowe's this weekend picking up all that soil. There were so many damn people. I mean, it was insane. And, I mean, pot and soil was on a little discount. Garden soil, all that stuff. Hella people, hella bags. Lowe's
Yeah,
makes a killing this time of year. I know for a fact.
oh, they got to, because everybody in there about to do a project or something, trying to go outside, and all that. I know how the Spanish people be in it.
I didn't see many. That's myself.
Oh,
I
for
saw.
real?
No, I didn't see that many.
They be out here.
Maybe in my section, because I was just in the gardening section. Maybe they're on the woods and pallets. I don't know.
They be everywhere.
I don't know. But I was getting crowded by people. I don't like pushing the big trolley, so I try to walk into the garden center and see if I can find one, because I don't like trying to find one from the parking lot and then push it in. I saw one that was sitting there with 2 ferns for like 2 minutes unattended, I just put them ferns back and grab my shit and I skedaddled out of there. I didn't see nobody walking to it or looking at it. I looked around for a little bit, so I just snatched their little trolley and called it a day.
That's wild.
Yeah, but that's the process, bro. So I was moving probably like 500 pounds of soil at a time, trying to push this shit up.
500 pounds.
Yeah,
How many bags did you get?
I had to get like 38.
Oh God.
Cause the garden is 4 feet wide and 8 feet long. So it's 15. It's like 16 inches high.
38.
Yeah, so I had to get like, what was it? I had to get like a cubic yard worth of soil. So that's about 1,000 pounds. Well, if you get it ordered and delivered, the weight that they usually say is about a ton, somewhere like that. It's a lot. It's a lot of weight. So
And you used all of it.
yeah, all of it. I actually had to go back and get a little bit more.
Nah, that's crazy.
So I had to take like 2 or 3 trips to Lowe's, but I was pushing that shit up to the what's it called, the parking lot. My legs looked crazy. One time I got tired of pushing it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe if I pull it, it'll be easier. I wasn't moving. I wasn't moving at all.
The pulling sounds crazy.
Yeah, and then there was one time I accidentally went down the wrong aisle, and I was about 2 or 3 rows up. So I was trying to figure out how to navigate because I didn't want to. There was no way I was going to walk all the way back down the aisle, make a right, go back up the other aisle. So I was trying to drive the shit in between cars, and I was gonna fuck up somebody's car. It was just too much weight. But thankfully, I found a little gap. But yeah, that was my weekend.
I mean, that's a nice project though.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I be looking for projects to do, but I ain't got nowhere to do it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to get tabled.
But when I was going through the Lowe's, one of the days I was a little concerned because in y'all's Walmarts and like Home Depots and Lowe's, do they usually have old people in the front, or even like BJ's, Costco's, like old people in the front, either like trying to sell something or like checking your receipt to make sure you're not stealing anything?
Yeah, and BJ specifically, because you know you gotta show
Count
your
numbers and
receipt.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always like old people at the front in BJ
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, they had. So I was walking into the Lowe's, and I usually see them. I don't know what. First of all, I don't know what these old people are really gonna do. Because if I want to steal something, I mean, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I walked into the Lowe's, and there was an old dude trying to like sell something. I don't know what he was selling, but I'm so serious. I was a little fearful. I thought he was dead.
Huh?
Because he wasn't like straight up at the table. He was back a little bit, and then he had one hand on top, other hand on top, and his head wasn't touching the table. It was just like this.
Oh, he was on break.
And he didn't move for a little bit. Like as I walked, so he was probably like 20 feet past the exterior door. So the whole way I'm walking up for about 18 feet, he didn't move at all. And I was like, I'm a little concerned. I was concerned. And then he kind of moved a little bit, and I was like, okay, good. And I hit a right, and I got out of there. But yeah, they should just stop hiring old people for those types of jobs.
But they want to keep working though.
I know they could find a different job.
Like what? Doing what?
I don't have the answers, but I just got concerns.
They want to do it. Look, if they want to do it, I ain't trying to stop them. It's a lady in the BJ's. It's an older lady. She might be disabled too, but she work in the BJ's checking the receipt as you leave. She just talks the entire time.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're not moving quickly, that line, especially on a Saturday morning or something,
up.
It backs up. And it's only one person checking the receipt. But she talks to every single person going through. But it's gotten to the point now, you know, it's a regular crowd. The same people shop there. And so they don't want to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
They don't want to talk to her, but she just talks. And she carries on the conversation regardless of whether or not you know what they're talking about or not.
I don't
So
like them people.
She'll be talking it's all in her head. She'll be talking about one thing to one person. They're barely listening. They're walking out the door. And then she'll pick the conversation up with the person who's next. No clue what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I'm just trying to, boom, get out.
Just
So
count my
I-
shit and let it go.
But that's what she do every single time. I don't get it. For a while, she wasn't there, so I thought they had fired her because she was holding up the line. But no, she came back.
She had vacation.
She came back talking about nothing.
Yeah, that's the worst part about having a child, because people want to communicate with me, and when I'm in
Yeah.
stores, first of all, I don't have an appealing face when I'm in public. Like, I have as the women say, a resting bitch face. Like, bro, I'm just trying to grab my shit and skedat. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk to me. And like, I'll see people in my peripheral try to like do the like smile wave at Avery and like, oh hey, cute. And I keep walking, because I know if I stop and even try to acknowledge what they just did, then that's gonna lead to a combo. And
Yeah, you gonna be in it.
especially at our grocery store across the street, because we go so frequently, they be trying to talk way too much. And I'll be going through the self-checkout line, so that means I don't want to talk anyway. And then they'll corner me down, be like, oh, does she want a sticker today? And I'm like, sure, give me the sticker, but please stop talking to me. But yeah, I feel
That's what I'm scared of.
yeah, it's not fun.
I might just have to pull out of that. Like, I won't be in public.
Yeah, just do what's it called? Pickup orders.
Yeah, pick up orders, bring it to the car, deliver it to the house. I can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it on my worst enemy. Maybe I would, but
I would.
anyway. All right, let's get it going. This might be a back-to-back. You might call me the B word again.
What is the B word?
It's a 5-letter word. Beautiful? Nah, not that one. Anyway, nah, I'm a bitch. The other day, Kyla was out the house for a little bit, and I came back to the crib. It was a little windy, so something was hitting on the side of the house. Boom, boom, boom. But the way it sounded sounded just like some footsteps upstairs. No,
And you was scared because the woman was
no,
home? Hold on.
lie. Like, I'm not. It wasn't just the knock on. The way it sounded just like the wood upstairs, kind of creaking underneath feet. And I was like, okay, why aren't my dogs barking? I'm like, all right, so why aren't they barking? Because I keep hearing this over and over. I was like, okay, number 2, my shotgun's upstairs. How am I going to protect myself? So I was like, all right, let's figure this out. So my dog used to do like police bite work type training, the German Shepherd one. So I was like, all right, it's been like 2 years since we did it. So I said, let's see if she still has a little bit in there. So I give her the command to kind of, all right, she's not near me. I give her the command so she'll like search for something and potentially bark. So she ran up the stairs, sat there for a little bit. Oh, this is after I grabbed the kitchen knife. So I got the kitchen knife in my hand. This is so serious. So I had the kitchen knife in my hand. I'm like, dog, this is about to get crazy. And so we get upstairs, and then I tell her, like, alert. So she starts barking and hopefully terrorizing somebody. So I said, all right, let's make this shit happen. So I'm like, yo, go to the room. So she goes. I check the closet. I got the knife ready. Open the door. I'm like jabbing for it just in case there's a body there. I go into the guest bedroom, check the closet, jab around it. I'm like, okay, so we're good. I check the other side of the bed, nothing. Underneath the bed, nothing. Bathroom, shower. I was going everywhere. And I was like, yeah. But the second thought I had was, dog, what if Kyla's like playing a joke on me and I accidentally stab her? Like,
yeah,
how am
that'd be crazy.
dog?
You can't explain that.
Not at all. So this was about halfway through my turn and jabs. So at that point, I just had the knife and ready, like I was like a slasher, and I would check first. So if I did see something, then I was going in. But I'm smart, so I was going in at different angles. So I assumed that they would think that this is like a 5'8", 5'9", 5, average heighted person. So I was going a little lower, like I was 5'1". So their gun would probably aiming up here. I'm ducking underneath it. So if I see him, jab. Wow. I was ready. Ready.
There's a lot that went into this.
Them steps sounded for real. So yeah, that's another part of my weekend.
And then it turned out to be some siding or something?
It turned out to be, so she had a wagon, and the wagon has like an umbrella top. So it's, because we're throwing it away, so it's behind our trash can, but the wind was blowing half of it, so it was hitting on the side of the house.
Wow. You thought it was some footsteps.
It sounded just like footsteps.
Had you doing ninja stuff around the house. That's... No, man. No, that's crazy.
You don't do that?
I mean, I don't do it right now. It ain't no point.
I'm saying, well, it's my fault. You've never done that before?
All right, I've done it when I was younger, because in my basement at my parents' house, if the wind was blowing crazy outside, for some reason, it would swing the door to the laundry room. Mm-hmm. Like, it would creak open a little bit. So this is the first time that happened. I wasn't aware of it before. The door was creaking open. And I was kind of confused. I didn't know what was going on. I was the only person in the house. So door creaking open, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, what's going on? And then I turn around, keep doing what I'm doing, and it started creaking more. So I bolt upstairs.
Of course.
And closed the door, and then that was it. And then I told my parents when they got home, and then they was like, oh, no, it's fine. They checked it out. But I closed that door, and I hid upstairs for however long I did that.
Yeah, see, I just didn't want to be complacent and let it potentially be somebody upstairs. So
yeah, I mean, you was being protective because you got to protect the house because when she gets back home. Yeah, I get it. But the whole, like, I'm 5'1", I'm gonna be jabbing when I open the doors. Bro, I mean, that's crazy. It's a lot that went into that.
It was a lot. I was really terrified.
That's funny.
So, yeah, that was that. Oh, that's really funny. Yeah. I saw a video, and I had a question that came to my mind. It was like I think they're called estheticians. I don't know, maybe. The person that, I don't know if that's the name for the women that wax women.
I think they do them, yeah.
Who cares? But it was a conversation between Shorty. Like, it was a TikTok. So Shorty was on her back, and like the esthetician lady was like, oh, wow, when's the last time you shaved? And she was like, 2 weeks ago. She's like, oh, you don't got much hair. Boom, 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 or whatever. No, it wasn't that one. It was when the lady's about to do your labia strip, and they're like holding a conversation when they're about to rip the skin off. So I want to know, like, why can't men go to like a barbershop to get like a fade on their...
On their what? You didn't finish the sentence.
I lagged. I said, why can't men go to the barbershop and just get a, not necessarily a barbershop, but like a special professional to get a fade on their pubes?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the question because the way you asked it at first. Because why would I want my pants down in the barbershop?
It can be a back room, but I'm saying, why can't we normalize that?
So you go into the back room with your barber? They take your pants down? Don't that sound kind of wild?
I'm just asking, if they can do it so cavalierly, why can't that be an option for us?
But why do you want that?
A well manicured area? What do you mean?
How often do you shave down there?
I don't have like a calendar, but whenever I feel needed. But it ain't
When was
like
the last?
it
When was the
ain't
last
like
time you did
months.
it?
Probably a couple weeks ago.
But do we get like unruly?
Nah, never that.
I mean, why would you get waxed though? Then you like.
I'm not talking about
completely
wax. I'm talking getting a
bald.
fade.
But- And then you want your barber to take.
It doesn't have to. You're stuck on the barber part. I'm saying, forget the word barber. Let's say there's a male version, or even like an esthetician that has some clippers and they just fade your shit. That's what I'm asking. Why can't that be a thing for us?
Because I mean, I wouldn't want to be the second appointment where somebody just came in, got faded with clippers, and then I'm next and I'm getting faded with the same clippers. I don't care if you disinfecting this, spraying with it, or whatever. I don't
That's
care.
what disinfect means.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want that. I don't want your clippers that have been where somebody else's, or around somebody else's junk, around my junk. That's kind of weird.
But like, if it's disinfected, what does it matter?
It's not disinfected enough for me.
Okay, if he changes out the blades and he puts the other one in like the disinfected,
I want a whole new
disinfected,
set
so-
of clippers.
Well, then that could be a part of your thing. You spend $100 for your
I'm
first
also not
visit.
spending $100. Do it at home.
First of all, I'm saying, hold on. Your first visit is $100. It pays for your fade and your clippers, and then for the rest, you just pay $50.
That's too much. $50.
How much you pay for your haircut right now?
Don't worry about that.
Probably $65, especially
No,
up
I
there.
don't. No, I don't.
With tip, $65.
I don't tip. It's $60
Okay, so I was 5 off. You don't tip? How you not tip your barber?
because it's $60.
What does that mean?
That's a lot of money.
Is this the same barber you've been going to, or is this a new one up there?
It's the same barber, so I give him $60. That's his price, so I give him $60.
Oh, he don't like you.
He cool with me. I mean, the price is astronomical. If it was 20, I would give him a tip. But if I'm going to the ATM, I don't carry cash anyway. He only take cash. If I'm
Oh,
going to the ATM, I'm getting $60 out.
oh, he's in the Stone Age then. He need to get Zelle or something.
He ain't trying to report it on his tax.
That's valid. That's valid. I feel him on that. Yeah, no, I be tipping my barber.
How much you tip?
Shoot, I don't know. I don't go to the barber that often.
Okay, so what do you pay and what do you tip? If you could guess.
I think the haircut's like 45. I probably throw him a 10 on top.
Okay, so 55.
Yeah, somewhere between like 5 or 10 on top. Just depends.
Nah.
Bob always tipped. I used to, my first barber, that's when I started realizing barber prices. When I started having to pay, I think he originally started off at 15 and we would throw a 5 on top of that. So we would throw 20 for the cut. And I think by the time I got done with college, yeah, he was starting. Cuts were 20. I was like, oh, so 25. And then he ain't have no like online sign-ups for his cuts, so I kind of just fell away because I ain't like having to call in and schedule and.
Oh, you had to call him?
Yes, he didn't have any online sign-up stuff, and this was during right after COVID. And I called him one time, left him a message, and he never got back to me. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna move on.
That's why I stopped going. That's why I stopped going to my barber for like a hot second. Cause when he moved out of the barbershop, he only did like calls and texts, and I'm not about to be texting this man whenever I need a haircut, just for him to be like, I'm not available, and
Yeah.
then we going back and forth.
Yeah, I just
So-
need to see your book online. Let me just pick.
Yeah, so I stopped going, and then the next haircut I got was atrocious, so I immediately went back.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, which one do I want to go to next? I found a good Am I the Asshole, but I'm trying to think if I want one of these other topics. Yeah, let's get it. So I was telling you, Thailand has a draft lottery, and it's the funniest thing in the world. I gotta read it because it's low key funny. It was like in Thailand, all males 21 and older must participate in a military draft lottery. You literally, it's almost like a ceremony. They literally walk up to a basket, basically like a bowl. It's covered on the side so you can't see inside of it. You just stick your hand in and you grab a piece. If you draw a red, you have to serve the military for 2 years. If you draw a black, you gotta serve. Oh, you're exempt. My fault. So you literally, you just walk in and just hope.
So it's either red or black?
It's either red or black. Yeah.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that.
I'm so glad I'm over the draft age. That would send me. I'd be the worst. First of all, a draft makes no sense. Because I'm a bitch.
That's because nobody want to do it.
That's what I'm saying. So, if you draft me to the military, maybe they're planning to just get me killed so that their main shooters can actually do the mission.
Yeah, you'll just be in the way. It's another body that the opposing force got to worry
sense
about.
then.
So, yeah. So, I mean, you're just a body. They just need the numbers. Because sometimes the numbers is all that matters.
Yeah. All right, I'll take that back. Yeah, drafts make sense.
I'm still not doing it. I'm pulling Muhammad Ali.
What, you gonna convert to Islam?
Well, no, didn't he say he not doing it? Didn't he get drafted and say he not going? And then he went to jail?
I thought he converted to Islam, so he said because of religious reasons I can't go to war.
Oh, well, I'll do that.
Let me see.
I mean, I don't believe in it anyway, so it's
Yeah.
because of my reasons.
Yeah, he refused to serve in Vietnam, citing his religious beliefs as a Muslim. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got my own set of beliefs, so I'm not doing it anyway. It don't matter. I refuse.
I don't think they rock with your beliefs, but
Well, they gonna have no choice. I'm not going. It's like the Hunger Games. You go up there and then you just gotta hope that you don't get the raid.
picked.
I would kill in the Hunger Games though.
You gonna get killed in the Hunger Games.
I win every year.
All right, word. I vetted these two. Am I the assholes? They're both good.
Good, because I don't know what happened last week or the week before. It was terrible.
That shit was garbage. My fault. I'm a failure. All right. This one's kind of obscure. The title. So I got two. Am I the asshole for making a dad joke? That's number one. Or am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed my youngest brother as a virgin?
Okay, definitely the second one.
Okay.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. All right. We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, who's 29, younger sister, 24, and youngest brother, 22. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc. During that dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed to, at least to me, to be coming across a bit aggressive, out of frustration, and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in the argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up. I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until this point, and it was completely unprovoked. I think it must have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. I put a period in that. This always reminds me, anytime anybody talks about how people act when they're drunk, reminds me of Jackson when he mushed me in the face freshman year at the wrestling house. And I feel that.
I wish I would have saw that.
Dog, that still irritates the hell out of me. I don't know why I'm cool with him, but whatever. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying, "Everyone knows he's a virgin," and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my brother definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, and that since everyone in the family knows, then it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know about this amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party. He left the party angry, saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine.
My answer is no. He ain't do nothing wrong. I stand with the brother for looking out for his brother. That's what he needed to do.
I think that's fire.
He said the whole family knew that she was the hoe.
She assumed that the whole family knew that she was a hoe. Like the sister. I don't know who's telling the story. Is it a boy or a girl?
Well, who's ever telling the story, I thought you said it's not a big deal because the whole family knows.
Yeah, so like the person telling the story assumed that the whole family knew that that sister was a hoe.
Imagine your whole family knowing that.
Yeah, that's insane. But I think
she told her husband that she was a saint. She ain't do nothing.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what she said. I probably only had like 3 bodies.
You know, I wonder where they met. Because there's no way he met her in college.
He definitely met her in college. He probably met her on the tail end.
If he met her in college and she slept with over 100 men, then he's just naive and ignorant to everything that's going on. Because you know who's a hoe in your school.
She's 29, so I don't know. But like, what I was going to say, it's funny, even if the family thinks she's a quote-unquote hoe, no one really assumes that someone's getting like over 100 bodies in a 4-year span.
Yeah, no, that's outrageous.
That's kind of egregious because I'm about to do math. I mean, that's 25 people a year.
That's outrageous.
That's 2 a month. That's putting in work.
And different people too.
Yeah, that's putting in work.
That's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't think they're wrong for that. That's fire though. I would do something like that probably. Like if I felt like someone was being disrespected, I would step up and try to disrespect the other person.
Yeah, and he stood up for his brother. It's not like he stood up for somebody, he just met. He stood up for his brother.
And that's all you want as a parent. You want to see your kids stick up for each other because that's all they got at the end of the day.
At the end of the day got to end. Yeah,
who told you
powerful. That? It's I don't remember. I might have made it up.
I don't think he made it up.
But nah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, they good in my books. I'll take them to war with me.
Not that sister though.
Definitely not
been
the sister.
around.
Definitely not the sister.
I probably know some people that been with her.
But actually staying on the same front. So I was telling you, Jack Harlow had his first pregnancy scare. So he was I'm gonna try to explain it as good as possible. So this is so funny. He was on Call Her Daddy. He was just talking about the first time he ever had a pregnancy scare. He was like, I was in like 7th or 8th grade. So I'm like, huh? We slanging dick that early? So that's why I was hooked on the video. He was like, yeah. So I had this one girl, we were dating or whatever, and she gave me like a hand job. And so I had a little pre-cum on my finger, and then I fingered her. So, whatever. And then he was like, I think he said the same day or the next day, she texted him and was like, yo, I missed my period. Or I'm late. And he said thoughts were running through his head. He was like, holy shit. He thought his life was going to be over.
That's funny.
I think he said like a day or 2 went by or whatever. And he was just like sitting there like, yo. He said one of the places, he was literally sitting on the ground, hand over his face, like bawling tears. Because he's like, wow, I'm really about to have a kid at like 14.
From fingering a girl.
he was like, he didn't want to tell anybody because he didn't want to get in trouble. And then Shorty hit him up a couple days later or whatever and was like, all right, I got my period. We good. But he was like, yeah.
That's funny. First of all, 7th or 8th grade, I guess it's still, I don't know when you first get them, but like, texting the same day or the next day talking about I missed my period, you only a day later, something is crazy. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
But imagine getting pregnant. Imagine getting somebody pregnant because you're pregnant.
That's an insane story. No one's ever going to believe you. No one will ever believe you.
Yeah, you can't tell your parents that.
Nah, never.
Nah, you might as well. You're gonna have to exaggerate.
Oh, so you were laying wood?
I have to. That's the only explanation.
I had her every type of way. Yeah. Thankfully, I had one once before. That's really a scary situation. If you know you're not ready for it. Oh my God. I remember vividly, there was one time the missus was literally coming back from a game and she was like, yo, I'm kind of late. And I was like, oh, okay. I think they were supposed to get back at like 10, 11. So like after regular stores are closed, I was like, yo, run to that store and pick up what needs to get picked up. But I think she got it the next day. But boy, I was like, okay, how am I going to make this conversation happen? That shit's scary. That shit's scary.
No, and especially if it's with somebody that you don't like for real.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Abort!
Yeah. Abort mission. That's crazy. All right. No, that's too wild. But I think that's it. All right, we're good. Wait. Oh, what I was actually hoping you were going to choose the Am I the Asshole, the one with the dad joke one. I'll give you the quick synopsis. This dad is a stepfather to this girl. She got angry at him one day and was like, you're not my dad. And he was like, well, I might not be your dad, but legally I'm your guardian. So when you stay in this house, you got to do what I got to do. So then a few days later, this is a crazy joke. I don't know why he even did it. But he was like, she got in the car with his son, his biological son. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. He was like, hey, hungry, I'm not your dad. And he said that the son was dying laughing and the girl got all upset. The mom obviously got all upset. Anyway, because her dad died years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the reason I was hoping you were going to choose that one is because obviously from Love on the Spectrum, bro, it is so, how can I say these words? It's crazy. Their conversations that they have are crazy. There's a girl named Patty, I think that's how she wants to pronounce it, and this other chick, they went on a date. So this one girl, I'm going to say girl B. Actually, I'll say girl A and Patty. So girl A was like, so Patty, who do you live by yourself or your parents? And she was like, oh, I live with my mom in an apartment not too far from Boston. She's like, okay. And the girl was like, girl A, she was like, so it's just your mom? And Patty was like, yes. And girl A was like, so did they get a divorce or is your dad dead? And I was just like, that is an insane question to just ask. And then Patty was like, yeah, he died 4 years ago. And the girl was like, oh, okay, yeah, my dad died when I was 13, girl A. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Like, they just connected off that. If me or you are out at dinner, let's say I'm trying to court you, or even we're just chilling, and I'm like, yo, you got a single parent, is your dad dead, or like what? That's in it. I'm probably getting up and leaving. If I only had my mother and you said that shit, I'm probably just like, all right, dog, I'll catch you.
Bro, it's like that AO situation.
100% like the AL situation. But then what made it crazy is girl A was like, yeah, I'm actually a part of this Instagram group called Dead Dads of Instagram or something like that. So
What kind of group is that?
I don't know. When she first said it, I was like, okay, does this mean like maybe it's like an emotional group where kids make an Instagram page for their dad. That's what I thought at first. But she was like, no, it's just a group where like we all just broadcast that our dads are dead, like in some manner. And I was kind of like, what
That's
fuck kind of conversation just happened in front of me. And they really liked each other the whole rest of the date. It went well. I was dog.
Well, I bet they had something in common.
But again, we already went over it the other time, but I really like the show. Cool show. They're nice people.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's your favorite show.
Yeah. I got too busy making that garden to watch Temptation Island, but I got you. But I've heard.
Oh, I only watched one episode, so.
Was it worthwhile to keep pushing through, or what?
Oh no, I'm gonna push through for sure.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Because
watching.
I was hearing the premises. It's only like two or three, a few couples, and the rest of them were just single people trying to bang the couples, or something crazy like that.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, it's that. I think.
Oh
that's
wait,
all.
no. You mean a few couples? What?
On Temptation Island, I thought there's only like a handful of couples.
Yeah,
and the rest of
it's
people are
like-
singles.
It's like 4 of them.
And it's just a bunch of single people just trying to slang wood.
But yeah.
I can never be on these TV shows. This is why I watch Love on the Spectrum, because it's simple and people genuinely want to find love. Them other shows like that is crazy.
On the first episode, yeah, you meet the 4 couples and you meet all the singles, and their reasons for being on the show, well, the couples make 0 sense.
Yeah, they just want to be on the TV.
If you're on the rocks, if your relationship is on the rocks, there's no way
You're gonna make it through this. Yeah,
This is the dumbest decision you can make.
yeah.
But that's what here we are. So
Yeah. But I think that's all I got. I think I'm chilling.
that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't got nothing else. All right, we're good. Let's make like trees and leave. Let me get some
Make
chapstick,
like-
please.
Let's make like booty and bounce.
Yeah. I like that.
That's me.
No. Don't be bouncing your booty.
I mean, like you know what I mean.
Whatever. All right, we done. Zoom, or whatever the hell he used to do.
Soon.